Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice series, and the question for today is discuss the production technology. Just a second. Discuss the production technology of rain-fed cotton crop under the following heads, that is climate and soil requirement, methods of sowing and seed rate, manures and fertilizers, intercultural operations, and plant protection. So, under these following heads, we have to discuss the cultivation technology or production technology of cotton crop. So, this was asked in this year's agriculture optional paper of UPSC Civil Services examination, that is in 2025. So, let's see how we can approach the answer. So, in introduction part, you can mention something about cotton that states such as Maharashtra, Gujarat, are good at producing cotton in India. Obviously, because the presence of black soils in Maharashtra, you can mention those things. You can also mention that India has the production of cotton in India has increased with the introduction of BT cotton. Okay, so all these things can be mentioned, and there are several things about cotton which you can mention in the introduction part. So anything 1 2 lines about cotton crop to introduce your answer would be good enough, and this is your homework also. I have given you a fair bit of idea. Now you have to comment down 1 2 lines of introduction how you can start the answer about cotton crop. Now let's move to the body of the question, that is under the flowing heads we have to discuss the production technology. So first of all is climate and soil requirement. Number one is climate and soil requirement. So in climate, you can mention that cotton grows well in climate. So cotton grows well in warm, humid climates. Warm, humid climates for growth. Okay, while the cotton is in growth stage, the climate can be warm and humid. But when the ball opening stage is there, the climate should be dry climates during ball opening stage, because if the climate will be more humid during this ball opening stage, the fibers of cotton would take up moisture and the quality can be deteriorated. So that is why it should be dry while ball opening stage, and temperature should be around 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, you can say. And one thing which you must should write is the frost. Okay, so kind of cotton is very sensitive to frost and heavy rainfalls. Very sensitive to frost and heavy rainfalls, so it should be prevented. Okay, if there are chances of frost or heavy rainfall, we can that they can highly impact our cotton growth. Okay, so this was about kind of climate requirement. You can also mention that rain-fed areas can also grow cotton. In rain-fed areas with rainfall around 40 to 80 centimeter, okay, can grow cottons if the rainfall distribution is good. So this you can mention. So this was about climate. Now secondly, you can mention about soil. After climate we have soil. So we all know that cotton grows well in black soil, or you can say regur soil. Cotton grows well in black or regur soil due to its high, or you can say due to its ideal moisture holding capacity, because black soil is a clay type of soil, and here the water holding capacity is good, or you can say moisture holding capacity is good. But cotton can be also grown in red soil, laterite soil. Okay, these soils can also grow cotton, but I think it grows very well in black soil in India. So this was about climate and soil requirement. All these things you can mention. Now, after climate and soil requirement, the second we have done climate and soil requirement. Then we have method of sowing and seed rate. Number two is method of sowing and seed rate. So first of all, we will see the methods of sowing. So generally, sowing time is, if you see the sowing time, it is with the onset of monsoon, that is around June July. Sowing time is around June July, so that till the ball opening stage comes, our monsoon has gone, the climate has started to dry up. Okay, So that is why we sow during June and July, because growth needs a good amount of water or moisture in cotton crops. And now when it's come to methods of sowing, you can use dibbling method. Okay, dibbling method can be used. We can use seed drill method, that is drilling and putting the seed inside the soil. This method can be used. Okay, so these are kind of dibbling can be done using a country plow or anything. Okay, and the seed drill can be done using a tractor, behind the tractor or anything. Okay, but we have to focus that in both the spacing should be kept uniform. Uniform spacing will give the advantage to cotton crops for good growth, so that should be practiced. So dibbling and seed drill should be kept in mind. The spacing should be around 90 into 45 centimeter. Okay, or you can say or 120 into 60 centimeter, depending on varieties. So this spacing should be followed. Secondly, when it's come to seed rate, so again seed rate also depends on the type of cotton. If the varieties are desi varieties, for desi varieties 12 to 15 kg of seed rate would be enough. And for American and improved varieties, the seed rate can also move up to 15 to 20 kg of seeds per hectare. This is per hectare. So this was about methods of sowing and kind of seed rate. I hope you understand. These two are the methods and this is the seed rate you should use. Next point we have, after methods of sowing, we have manure and fertilizer application. That is manure and fertilizer. Manure and fertilizer. So here fertilizer NPK should be used. So N should be around 40 to 60 kg per hectare. Okay, P2O5 should be around 20 to 30 kg per hectare, and K2O should be around 20 kg per hectare, depending on varieties and soil test, all these things. Okay, we can also use farmyard manure around 10 to 15 tons per hectare. 10 to 15 tons per hectare farm yard manure should be used. And when you are applying nitrogen, it can be applied in splits, that is sowing and flowering stage. It can be split into two intervals, that is sowing. During sowing time we will apply half of the nitrogen, and after second time we will apply at you can flowering stage. Sowing and flowering stage, the splitting of nitrogen enhances its efficiency. So this is how you can apply manure and fertilizer. After manure and fertilizer, we have intercultural operations. So there are various intercultural operations which we can intercultural operations. There are various intercultural operations which we can perform in cotton growing. First one is the thinning. Thinning. So thinning should be done at 2 to 3 weeks after germination for proper spacing. 2 to 3 weeks after germination. What thinning does? It enhances proper spacing. It is for proper spacing. We can do weeding. 2 to 3 hand weeding would be enough at up to 60 days after sowing. Okay, 2 to 3 hand weeding, that is around in 15 to 20 days interval we should do weeding, so that the weed do not damage our cotton crops. For moisture conservation we can do various things. For moisture conservation so we can do mulching, we can do compartment bunding, all these things can be done. And intercropping can be also done in crop cotton with crops such as groundnut, red gram, soya bean. All these crops can be used in intercropping. So these are some of the important intercultural operations with regards to cotton which can be performed. Next we have plant protection. So there are various pests which affect cotton, such as for example pests we have bollworms. For bollworms we can use pheromone traps. For management we can use pheromone traps. We can use BT cotton, and obviously we can use insecticides. Okay, insecticides can be used, or pesticides can be used to kill bollworm. Other sucking pests are also there which affect cotton, such as aphids are there, white flies are there. For them also either we can use chemicals such as imidacloprid, or we can use other biological methods such as neem formulations can be used. Neem formulations. So these are about pests. So there are certain diseases which also affect cotton, such as wilt due to loss of moisture. There, bacterial blight also affects cotton sometimes. Bacterial blight. So all for all these things, we can use resistant varieties. We can use seed treatment. We can do proper seed treatment. We can do crop rotation so that disease is maintained. For wilt, we have to provide proper moisture at the critical stages. So all these things can be done. And overall, we have to keep in mind that integrated pest management and integrated disease management is key, which we have to mention or which we can do. So this is how we can protect the cotton crops. So these are all the things which we have discussed. Okay, we have discussed climate and soil requirement. We have discussed method of sowing. We have discussed manures and fertilizers, intercultural operations, and plant protection. And so I hope you will be able to write a good answer now. And in conclusion, you can mention that a proper package of practices or production technology of cotton can enhance its yield, enhance its productivity. All these things can be at a better, and all these things can lead to a better production of cotton. So these are the things which we can mention in the answer. So I hope you understand all the parts and you will be able to write a good answer now. So that is all for today. If you like it, please press the like button. Please do share and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis. And if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.